Just to state about a couple things here. As this is what winners do. People who want to win it all will brainstorm what potentially went bad or just society all around, but why aren't they getting ahead in the current society that they're in? Superiority. It's not necessarily everyone else who's superior to me. It's the other way around. I'm too good for a lot of them. That's really what it comes down to. I'm too good for all of them, practically. All of them. There's no way to get around it. I'm the absolute best, and they don't know how to hang with that, really. They don't know how to hang with that. I was brought up in a world where trying to be the best was never a bad thing. I was brought up in a world, supposedly, back in the day where being the best meant you got a medal at the end of the day. Being the best meant that you actually got somewhere, some award, some kind of position title, some kind of job title, some kind of promotion of some kind. When you're the actual best, or when you're at least around that area of being the actual best. Even if you're the actual best of everyone, but you're up there in the conversation. That was good enough also. But all things considered, I'm really too good for all these people out here. Society now in 2022 has a bunch of flakes. We're not held to a high standard anymore, and this place here is the prime example to see flakiness. You come right down to a community like this, but sad to tell you, they're in the real world also. They're in the real world also, and I plan on busting every single one of them out at every opportunity. I'll do it in real life just as I've done it here. I'll do it in real life too. Trust me. Trust and believe on that. It's going to be your unlucky day if you got me on your tail. It's absolutely going to be your unlucky day. Right there. So, but no, I've just come to a conclusion that I should have been in Hollywood. I should have 100% been in Hollywood. You know? And you may not have seen me talk like this before, but you know what? It's fucking true. And I'm going to own it. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to just say it flat out. All you normies nowadays are losers. You know? You're all a bunch of flakes and losers, okay? You're not held to a high standard anymore, so you could pretty much do this kind of thing and keep getting away with it because no one calls you out for it. But when I was young, I was doing the same exact thing. I was told that was a bad thing to do. I was told you're not supposed to treat people like that. I was told you're not supposed to do this, this, and this. And now you just decide to change society around, and now you think being a loser's okay. You think being a flake is okay. You think doing all this stuff. These should be punishable offenses, by the way. These should be punishable offenses. Punishable social crimes, I should say. Ghosting someone, that's the worst one. When you get ghosted on here, that is the worst thing. Or in real life too, anywhere. Ghosting's not okay. It's absolutely not okay to do to somebody. You know who taught me that? Society of old taught me that. Whenever I was trolling other people when I was a kid, or maybe being an asshole to other people, I was always told that's not how to do things. You're very bad for doing that. And that's the world I grew up in. And now all of a sudden, you're good if you do that? You have to even do it to get on their level? You have to just ghost someone? You have to not let them know? Like if they give you your contact information, you literally have to forget about them completely after that? Instead of following up the next day? I mean, come on. You're supposed to follow up the next day, for fuck's sakes. Hey, now, I'm talking about a very controversial subject right now. Something that I don't see a lot of people raising at this time. The issue of flaking and assholes. I seem to attract all the flakes to me. I don't know why. In this fucking normie based society, I've been done wrong more times than not. I should be in Hollywood right now. Those are my people, not over here. Not over here. Not society. No. Everything's just too normie based in society. Everything. And this goes beyond an LGBT issue. This is societal at this point. This is everything. I mean, it's partially an LGBT issue, but it's also a societal issue. I'm testing out everything, though. I'm in the process of testing everything out. Good, I'm glad you're not. I'm very glad you're not, okay? But unfortunately, a lot of people in society are. And that is what I'm discussing. So yeah, you can be against that all day, every day, but it still doesn't solve the fact that most people are that way. All right, thank you. I'm making a point, though. I'm here to talk. I'm talking. I'm letting the camera run. Now, this is a very serious issue that we're doing, that we're discussing here. That all these people have tons of problems. And then and I could even go to the people on here that supposedly I've been cool with for a while or whatever, but I don't really talk to them for certain reasons. Maybe because they do too much normie things or whatever, or they just, for some reason they have the kind of content I don't watch, or they're out here all the time. They make this their life in more ways. They're behind the scenes if maybe their video time doesn't indicate that they're online as much. They're still behind the scenes doing it. Pretty much people like Boston Girl Bridget. There's a reason I don't go to her channel, really. Her content doesn't interest me. It's just the same old shit about all these random people that I don't know anything about, and she's rambling about that. So, I'm going to mention that. And all that. So, I'm just making examples, though, alright? Making examples. But no, people are not held to a high standard in society anymore. They're just not. They're just not. They're just not, and they should be. I was taught when I was little that's how you had to be. And now all of a sudden everyone just changes up the rules, right? Well, that ain't how it works in my book. When I'm taught a certain thing as a kid, I take it to heart growing up. I take it to heart into my adulthood. I'm not just going to change the values that I was brought up with. I'm just not. It's not in me. I believe in punishing people very hard if they do certain things. That's just how it goes. I don't care who likes it or who doesn't like it. Oh, but we are powerless over what others think. Say, do yes, but that still doesn't make it right, though. They seem to be absolutely thrown out the window, Barbara. 100%. I hope you're doing good, showing some love from Tennessee. Thanks, love you to pieces. But I've always been a big advocate of meeting others in real life. Meeting others in real life. What if you meet someone in real life, and then when you're away from them, or they're away from you, they start pulling the same shit that people pull down here every day? I'm really starting to think that a lot of women in society now are much like the Bergs. They are every bit like this fucking guy. And I don't care who it pisses off. Every one of you fucking women down here, every fucking one of you practically, who is in this fuckery, alright? Or even some of you who watch it, you're like overgrown versions of fucking Bergs. Let's get that off the fucking table right now, huh? I'm calling a lot of you out right now. All these people that I got pissed off with on here, that I wanted to hurt badly, or that I wanted to at the very least make their life a living hell in some way, they they are just like the Bergs at 45 years old. Jasmine Star, a female version of the Bergs. Jill. I could go on and on about all these people that are female versions of this freaking guy. Cat, the glamorous life. I can go on about it. Liz, I can name many of them for you down here. You want to go to Fantasyland? Yeah, well, this isn't Fantasyland though. I mean, to some people, I suppose it is, but this, I mean, I suppose you can look at it that way, but that isn't how I treat it. That is not how I treated this place for several years. I saw real friendships on this site at one time, and I got disappointed over that. I saw real friendships to be made on YouTube. This was supposed to be a dating site at one time. YouTube started off as a dating site. YouTube started off as a dating site. It started off as a networking site. Now it's become a clusterfuck of everything going on. If YouTube was actually used properly the way it was intended to be used, a lot of these social problems would be fixed right now. Or at the very least, people would have moved in with other people possibly by now. They would have. Or if they lived a distance away or something. This place was a place where real friendships did exist at one time. That's why now it's only a new alternate view that you have to be a character coming here. Or you have to be... Because that was not how it was. That was not how it once was on here. I sure didn't see it that way. I met someone in the real world off of YouTube. I'm not saying it worked out in the end, but it did. I mean, I still spent enough time to get to know him. Hi, Joni, what's going on? I'm talking about society's just not held to a high standard anymore. There's too many flakes around now. Nobody is serious about anything anymore. They're not serious about their lives. They're not serious about networking. They're not serious about winning. I'm sick of losing. I'm sick of seeing these losers on here. I really fucking am sick of seeing these losers on here. Or in real life too. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of finding out that everyone is a loser around me. I'm sick of finding that out. I'm sick of having to find that out the hard way all the time. That just everyone who you could be coming in contact with. This is why I haven't gone out for many months. Alright? This is why I have not gone out for many months. Because no matter what I try, I'm always disappointed. And I'm holding someone to blame. I'm holding society to blame for it. I really am. Because this world just isn't laid out at all like I thought it was going to be. Where if you mature, you're sure to find a spot in a set society if you mature. Just as I was told growing up, I was told that society's one way and this is the only way that it is. You have to be a winner. You can't be a loser. I was told all those things growing up. By my parents mostly. I was told you have to be a winner. You can't be a loser. But at the same time, if I said I wanted to go to Hollywood, they wouldn't have encouraged me. So, I didn't, you know what I mean. I should have went to Hollywood. I really fucking should have went to Hollywood. I should have. Red Pill Right. What's going on? Who are you? I know some MGTOW. Why do you keep mentioning them? Ice Cat, why do you keep mentioning MGTOW and TFL? What significance do they have for a channel like mine? Red, whatever the fuck you are, Ice Cat or whoever you are, who are you? I've never seen you before. TFL and MGTOW is not what my channel is about. Okay? It's not what my channel is about. Just because I'm talking about societal problems now, or maybe I'm going to start to mention more women of the Western society nowadays, but that doesn't mean that I am MGTOW or True Force Loneliness, Are those groups even still around? Like what's like True Force Lowliest is so 2010. They're not even around. Like, why are you trying to disrupt my chat? Try to fucking bring that shit up to me for, huh? But a lot of women out there are like the Bergs. They're a lot like this friggin' guy. And I'm gonna say it, no one else is gonna say it. Probably to add an opinion on it. They're out here to troll. They got families. So who's really worse? Who's really worse at the end of the day? The ones who have families? Who are on here trolling these mothers of 2, 3 kids or whatever? You can't tell me they're better than the Bergs, right? They're not. You tell me they're going to be better than this guy? No, probably not. And I think when it comes to the Bergs case, I think this guy knows exactly what he's doing. And I would still consider him as above average in society norms. He's above average. He's kind of a normie, but he's not a normie at all. He might come off like that, though, but like you probably would see him somewhere. But I would say Bergs is above average, I would say. And I think that he knows exactly what he's doing when he does things. I think when he calls phones 30 times, I think he knows what he's doing. I think he does it for the show. I think him and Jill are staging it also. I think him and Jill are staging their fights too. They have to be. Because why else would this be dragging on so long? They would have to be staging these fights. Or something. I mean, it convinced me otherwise. Put a ton of evidence in my face that says this isn't the case. I don't think anyone can. I don't think anybody can, really. To be honest. I'm just sitting here thinking about my next move. What's my next move going to be? It's really it. What's my next move going to be? I just know that I'm doing as much as I fucking can. And I'm overspending on my efforts to live in this fucking shit society now we know as the United Snakes of America. The United Snakes of America. Not the United States of America. The United Snakes of America. Where this country's become a bunch of slithering snakes all around. You let your guard around them and they burn you. That's how most people are now. Bottom line. What do I want it to be? Hollywood. If I had my way, I would do Hollywood. Alright? Totally. But I gotta get a call out there. If not, then whatever. Like I seriously should have. I was the one that got passed by. The one that should have been there and that got passed by, yeah. There still might be time to do it, but I have to think seriously about it if I am gonna do it. Make this plunge and do something like that at some point. So I just don't fit with any of these normies. I just really don't. All across America, I just don't fit in with this normie based society. I just don't. I'm too good for most. That's why I'm alone so damn much. That's why I can't get hooked up with the right people like me. Because you know why? I'll tell you why. It's lonely at the top, as they say. I'm at the top. Really. And it's too lonely down here because everyone else, they're not like me. Even when I try to dumb myself down, it never works. It never works. I can't dumb myself down. I've tried it before. I can't. I mean, if I really want to dumb myself down, I'm going to talk like I did when I was a child. You know, I'm going to sound so stupid they won't know what the hell to do with it. I'll talk exactly like, yo, man, go down the big bomb, man. The big down the dent. Go down the big bomb that night, Then, you do the homework all day. Do your homework, and you'll be done with homework, huh? You got homework to do, huh? Yeah, homework to do, yeah. I don't know what to do, Gotta get up on the hotel tomorrow morning. What you say? Yeah. So get up on the hotel tomorrow, go to church there, right? Yeah. We were pay for him and all that, the hogs. Pay for him, they're gonna go out of the hog do. I've been doing it, wash it off, wash it up in the trough there, yeah. Sitting out there, dog and doe. I just got to tell you, you know that, Joanne. I'll be out there, Joe. I'll be out there, Joe. Sitting out there, dog and doe. Just gonna show that you know there, Joe. Don't be a hoe there, that. What did I just say? Sitting out there, dog and doe. Just got to show that you know there, Joe. Don't be a hoe, though. I'll be a hoe, though. Hi, Queen. What's going on? This life can be a puzzle. There's always a tile. Pieces fit. Trick is finding the other tile. I guess. I don't know. Hi, Queen. I'm just having a moment right now. I'm ranting because I'm pissed off. You know, all these people. I'm too damn good for them. Period. I'm too fucking good for them. Just tired of wasting my time. You know? Just because I hold someone accountable, or just anyone that I come in contact, I hold them accountable. You know? I'm like, hey, I'm not going to be the one here doing all the texting and doing all the calling. You're going to have to give too. It's your turn next to call. I'm not fucking doing it. It's your turn now. You know? I'll literally just tell them that too. It's your turn. I'm not doing it all. I'm not a babysitter. If they want to go along with that, then a relationship is continued. But no one can adhere to simple rules anymore. Nobody can adhere to simple rules. It's a two-way street, and apparently nobody wants to do that to make a relationship roll right. But I'm not here to entertain you. Are you just here for entertainment, or are you here because I'm talking about something and you genuinely sympathize with me? I mean, because I know I've seen you in other people's chat rooms before. I've seen you in Mark Terry's. I've seen you in Craig's. I've seen you other places. So, again, I mean, who are you really? At the end of it, who are you, Hayden? All right, fine. But I'm making a serious point here how it takes two to be a team. If you're only pulling yourself, then or you're only letting somebody pull themselves and pull the load, you're no damn good. You're no fucking good. Plain and simple. You need to be thrown out with the rest of the dogs. That's just it. You need to be thrown out with the rest of the dogs. I know, Queen. I know why you're here, okay? I don't know why everyone else is here, though, sometimes. I don't know why. And if they're trolling and they're back and I don't want you around, you're going to get hidden. That's just how it goes. Stop trying to come in here when you ain't welcome. I think you know who you are, too. I'm not mentioning names, though. But, yeah. Not better or worse than it. But I've always been one of those types of people. I've always. What you see is what you get. And I'll let you know why I don't like your ass. If I don't. I'm not gonna ghost you like a fucking pussy. I'm not gonna ghost you like a fucking wimp. Or someone who's too afraid to say their real thoughts. Because they're scared of the truth. They're so scared that someone they're around or someone that they could be around could be that much better than them. That much more stunning than them. That much more pretty than them. But now I'm going to stop bragging. Now I'm going to stop bragging and I'm going to be your biggest nightmare. How about that? Now I'm going to stop bragging and boasting about myself now. Because this is what you asked for. And this is what you're going to get right now. And I'll just throw it at every single one of these faces. I don't get two shits. One way or another. I don't. When you see the person behind the avatar, what do you mean the person behind the avatar? I'm lost with that one. The person behind the avatar. If they're behind the avatar, you're never gonna know who they are anyway. Around here, you're not gonna know who they are. That's the thing. But if someone's too unhinged, I'm just not going to deal with you at all. If you're just way too unhinged, I'm going to keep my distance like you have AIDS. Because that's more than likely what you do have. You and your crusty ass. You know? Probably getting out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Just try to spread your poison around once again. Now that you're out of jail, right? Right? I'm not wrong about that one, am I? No. I know I'm not wrong about that one. So. Some people just never learn their lessons, no matter what. They never do. It ain't my responsibility to entertain them. Yeah, Hayner, I put a half hour of it up. I went somewhere before that. But how do you know that isn't what I'm referencing, Hayner? How do you know there wasn't something there that I'm commenting on right now? How do you know that there isn't right now at this time? I didn't say exactly who it was, did I? So how do you know what I'm talking about? How do you know that isn't what I'm referencing right now? Huh? Some people, I mean, they got a rude awakening coming their way if they mess with me in the real world. And I've seen them face to face in the real world, and they've messed with me. There's a world of hurt coming. I know exactly how to manipulate that too, and I will. I don't care if I end up looking like the bad one. It would be nice if I ended up looking like the good one, but I don't hold much hope to that. But if all else fails, you will look like the bad one in most circumstances. Hannah, listen to me for a minute, all right? Stop right now while you're ahead, or I'll unmod you. Stop right now, all right? How do you know this isn't exactly the shit that I'm talking about right now? How do you know this isn't exactly what the fuck I'm talking about right now? How do you know? How do you know that looks are not deceiving sometimes, huh? Is it what actually happened afterwards? Maybe doesn't register with you possibly. What if that is the case, Hannah? Huh? What if that's the fucking case? So Hannah, just shut up. Shut the fuck up now. I mean it. Fucking serious. Otherwise, you just will hear for the cloud show. Hang out at Mark Terry's. Hang out somewhere else. Don't come around here no more. Period. Moderator removed. I'm not tolerating it. Does this look like a face that's joking around right now? Does this look like a face who wants to kill somebody right now? Yes. It's come to the point now, if I'm a celebrity type, I only want to be around my own. I don't want to be around a bunch of people out there who don't see me in their world anymore. I've tried to dumb myself down for these same fucking people so many times. I just can't dumb myself down for them. I can't. Even if I think it's for survival myself. Or to get in with others. But no. I'm only going to be the superstar when I go places. I'm going to be the number one stunner, the showstopper. I'll go back to being the showstopper if I need to be that. Or the number one stunner, the showstopper. Every goddamn thing that I try to suppress talking about before. Like when it comes to just being an outright star. So see, here's the thing. I'm just going to mention right now, it appears to me that Hannah was a rat, all right? Because he just went away not saying anything just now. I didn't kick him. I just removed his moderator. And now he's not saying anything in here. This is a good way to weed out the rats sometimes. It's an absolute good way to do that. I admored you. How do you feel about that? Why aren't you angry at me? Huh? I just took your wrench away. That means anybody can do anything to you now. But why? I don't know what to say about that. At all. But I'm just, it's just been going on a while. Everything I'm talking about has been going on for a while now. It's not just 2022, it was in 2017 too. It was even a little before that. Because now things are just so crazy. Alright, I guess I'll add him again. Alright. So, things have just gotten to the maximum in craziness. They've gotten so much. I don't want to live in this world unless I'm going to be around my own. I don't want to be in this world anymore. I just don't. I mean, what's the use if I'm just going to be around normies all the time who I don't really relate to? I mean, what's the use of wanting to live? You know, I hope, and sometimes I pray at night, or I don't pray, but I wish sometimes at night that God would take me. I just wish sometimes that I didn't have to live in this society that we're in. I just wish I didn't have to live in this society that we're in. It's a horrible fucking world. You know what my take on it. A horrible fucking world. And we're not winning as a country. We're not doing that anymore. We're not encouraging people to do that anymore either. We're encouraging them to be the lowest form of life possible. Someone who flakes. Someone who by doing certain things, they make others' lives miserable around them. And this is normie society. This isn't a world amongst greedy millionaires I'm talking about. This is normie society that I've had to be thrown into. That I forcibly had to integrate myself into. Because I couldn't make it famous and go to Hollywood. Like I should have got. God, I'm wasting my fucking time. God, I'm wasting my fucking time. You can try to hook up with gay people. You can hook up with LGBT or what the fuck ever, but if they're not famous, they're worth shit. If they don't have any redeeming qualities about them, they ain't worth shit. That's all I can say to you. All you drag queen people out there, you wanna be stars. You're not stars. You're wannabes. That's something you have to possess. It's not by throwing on drag and some makeup. Nah, that shit don't make you a star. Just like it don't always make you a real woman either. But like, for real. See, I've always laughed at these straight people who loved going to drag shows. And they always used to talk to me about, hey, you gotta go to a drag show sometime. You're gonna catch one. I'd be like, nah, I'm not interested. Nah, I'm not interested. You know, it's funny, even as a trans person, too, I say the same thing. I'm not interested in that. It's still a sausage fest either way. It's still a big time sausage fest either way. You know what I'm saying? Even with stuff like that, too. And I've always laughed at all these straight people who are always fascinated by these drag shows. You know, and they tell me, oh, you gotta come with something. I'm like, no, I'm not interested in that. No. Okay. But there is segregation, though. There is all this horrible shit going on. But hey, people want to be horrible to me. I could throw it back at them tenfold. I should tell them what they're doing. They don't agree with you at all. They don't apologize. So why the fuck should I apologize? Why the fuck should I apologize? I've done it in the past, okay? I've gone out in real life at bars a long time ago. I just wasn't on YouTube back then because YouTube wasn't around. But before YouTube, I used to go places and I talked on MySpace with people maybe. I maybe met them in a place. And I'm no stranger to being called the bad person if I end up being the bad person. In fact, I would excel if people saw me as the bad person, the one that everybody booed when they go by. You know, and it's always seemed to be the theme of my life anyway. I never even asked for it, and it happened when I attended a school. One time, I remember I walked down the hall, everybody booed me one time. Everybody booed me when I was going down the hall. That's what happens when you're great at something. That's what happens when you're great. That's what happens when their air is filled with greatness that they can't ever be. I even had a cheerleader do it to me also. She was actually leading the charge against me to boo me down the hallway. And I wasn't even dressed as a woman. I didn't even have a female appearance. And I managed to do it just by being me. I got people booing me down the hallway because they just didn't like me that much. They were that jealous of me. Even if they were closet fans and they could not bring themselves to say it to me, still, there was something there. You know? I don't know if I told everybody that story. I got booed down the hallway by about 20 people with this cheerleader of this school leading the charge. Well, she was the main person I saw anyway when everyone was booing me. And it was pretty loud. Or if I wasn't looking, or I was taking a nap, it's like when they were getting off the bus stop, I had to look behind me because they would cowardly hit me in the head if I wasn't watching them. That's what they did years ago. That's the shit they did years ago. And now it just comes in the form of online trolling. But no, I had these kids when they got off at their bus stop, and if I wasn't watching them get off the bus, they would whack me in the head and then get off the bus. Like a hit and run. Yeah. That kind of stuff happened. Then whenever I washed them, they didn't do shit. There was one guy who tried to provoke me to punch him, though. He tried to. He tried to provoke me to hit him. He was almost like that guy. It almost reminded me of the Breakfast Club. Remember when what's his name there? The principal was like trying to beg John Bennett to punch him. He kind of reminded me of that, actually. Kind of reminded me of that. Now, I don't know if they saw me as John Bender, but it was like the high school version of that. I don't know if that's how they saw me. They saw me as an outcast, for sure, though. They did. I guess John Bender was the asshole movie character version of that. But yeah, there was a kid. He reminded me of the principal, and he was like, "Come on, hit me right here, will you? Come on, hit me. I just want to see what you're gonna do. Hit me. Come on." But he was one of the ones with his buddies who would hit me from behind if I wasn't looking. So I finally stand up in their face. They don't do nothing, or they try to tell me to hit them or something. Like what other guy? Or whatever. So exactly. I've had enough of that throughout my life. I've had that. And then I usually was the first one who would put my hands on them too. Usually I was. But then from that incident, when I didn't actually hit the guy on the bus, okay? I actually didn't hit him. But at a future date, I ran into a similar guy to him. And then I did put the hand on him. I was just so, I guess that experience just kind of was in my head, and I actually did touch this other kid when I thought he was the same kind of. It's almost like I said, next time I run into an asshole like that, he is going to get it. He is going to get it. And this guy just happened to be the next asshole who was just like that. Who's just like that. So I did put my hand on him. Even though I didn't put my hand on the other kid. You know what I'm saying? But that's what ended up happening. Because when they hit me and I got up, I would run after them is what I would do. I'd run after them, and then they would be running off the bus is what they would be doing. If I caught them at a moment where they were trying to run after hitting me or something. You know, that kind of shit. So, and now you have trolls in real life fucking with others now. Because they can't do stuff like that anymore, per se. They're not really in a position to do stuff like that anymore. So they'll troll you instead. Because they got nothing else better to do. You know what I mean? I was always good at being the one that people did not like. I was always good at that. It was just so natural to me. Just like I think there's people who have nothing but positive experiences. There has to be. Because for so many people that have negative experience, don't you, Queen, do you believe that there are people out there that have awesome luck where they never have anything, hardly ever have anything bad happen to them? Like where their good experiences and their positive experiences far outweigh anything bad that they have to go through? There has to be. For all the people that are out there like me who don't have many good experiences out there, there has to be somebody out there who is. It's like everyone tries to point out to me that everyone has troubles, but is that really true, though? Is that really true? Does everybody have tons of troubles? No, they don't. And I've always looked to those people whenever I wasn't getting where I need to go. I always looked at those people. That these people can just cruise through life while somebody like me has to struggle and fight for everything they get because no one ain't gonna give them shit. Society ain't gonna give him shit. Really. Yeah, well, I'd rather be in between those two then. But that's even tough to achieve as well. Um, but I could cry when thinking about it because it's so depressing. I've had so many traumatic experiences happen to me. So many of them. So many of them I can't even count. It's almost like when I trust someone, they're just going to be like the rest anyway. They're just going to be like the rest anyway. So why bother? Unless I'm in an actual upper echelon society, then I'll start maybe letting my guard down a little bit more. But until then, I don't think I'm going to be. Until then, I'll be showcasing my experiences. I will be filming. I will be doing what I do on here. I will. However, I have to take strong percussions or repercussions or whatever, strong provisions, whatever word fits. But people won't burn me when I let my guard down around them. They do it to me all the time. They do it to me all the fucking time. And then I try to hold them accountable, or I say this is not going to be a one-way show. Then they get all offended and they don't want to talk to me no more. Oh, gee, what did they think this was going to be, huh? They think there's a free ride here with this shit? Getting to know me and talking to me and hanging out with me is no free fucking ride. I'll tell you right now, it's no free ride. If you're an e-bagger, you're shit out of luck around me. I'll tell you right now. If you're someone who wants money, like I wrote someone today, they tried to switch up their wording a little bit. But they're saying, if you can pay for me, I'll give more. I'm like, I'm not a fucking guy, number one. I came to you like I'm a fellow of yours. A trans person, not a man paying for your shit. You understand? You fucking cunt. I'm not paying for anything. I will offer myself as I am. I will be in a reciprocative relationship. I will not be paying for everything, though. I will not be paying for everything. I need the money, if anything. I need it more than you fucking flea bag. Just get back on the street corner and get off the fucking internet. Really what it comes down to. I swear I'm losing it. I'm totally losing it with people. Fucking am. And when I go to jail, you're gonna wonder why I went to jail, right? Or I have to be locked up for a long fucking time. Because I'll do it up or I'll go in there for life. I won't take some short stint like fucking Tasha Teeley and be out in 2 weeks after all that. I'm going in for life when I go in. And I'll be in lifetime solitary confinement when it happens. There isn't going to be no short jail stints then back on YouTube again. No. No. If I was to get out of jail, guess what? I would have to get off YouTube permanently. There's no coming back from here. From that. Apparently you didn't learn your fucking lesson. That's what it comes down to. Carrie Bridges, you are kicked to fucking hell. You're the last person I want to see right now. You fucking bitch. You think I'm playing around here? I'm not playing around. This is serious. serious fucking business right now. I'm not fucking joking around. This is serious. I have had it. I fucking had it. I get you in a dark alley, your head's gonna be ripped off. That's one thing I can guarantee. You don't want me in a dark alley where I'm going through a lot of shit. And I'm in my emotions. And I'm in my feelings. I will do this. Other people will not do this. They will not provide content to you like I provide content to you like this. They're not going to do it. They're never going to do it. Ever, ever. The Boston Girl Bridges to the World, canceled. The drama community, canceled. Carrie Bridges, canceled. Tasha, canceled. Anderson Henderson, canceled. I mean, really. There are only a select few people I will watch on here now. But even Mark Terry, he's a punk too. He took down that stream earlier too. I was watching that earlier. He took the goddamn thing down because he's afraid he's gonna get a strike or some shit. It just shows Quinn too. There was always something about that Quinn motherfucker I never liked. I'm going to tell you right now about what I think of Quinn. There was always something about that motherfucker I never liked. Ever since I came in contact, or I watched him, let's say. I don't think I was ever on a live stream with him or a panel with him. But there was always something about that fucking guy I never liked. Always. Between him and Pansy, those are just two people that I've never liked on here. You know, it's just how it goes. And but in Quinn's case, this guy, he's totally psycho, and he lies, and he does all this shit. I'm gonna touch on him. Quinn thinks he's all bad. You know, he's a nothing at the end of the fucking day. He's dangerous, but he's a nothing. I mean, in the right circumstance, he wouldn't be pulling the shit that he's pulling. Well, he knows he's in a situation where he could get his fucking ass whooped. That's my comment on Quinn. I never liked that motherfucker. Every time I saw that guy anywhere on any panel, I just would not go up on panel. That's how much I couldn't stand him. Honestly. Barbara, what's up? Hannah, he hasn't even been in here. See, hey Barbara, what is your intention on this channel? If you don't mind me asking, what are your intentions on my channel? Are you here for the show? Are you here because you like me? Are you here because you like to see a shit show? Because I don't know any of you. I really don't know anybody here anymore. I really don't. I don't know anybody here anymore. You know? Yeah, he was here a long time ago. And then she shows up and she's like, hate him. But he hasn't even been typing in a while, though. He hasn't been typing, though. So, I just find that funny. False flagging everyone. Yeah, go right ahead. I tell him, go right ahead. False flagging. Yeah, what's false flagging going to fucking do at the end? And why does that even have to come up if no one's breaking the rules on here anyway? Why does that have to come up? On other panels, whose other panels? Poon Handler? Oh, you came here through Poon Handler, didn't you? You're from his. Because I know I never seen you on somebody else. And probably Poon Handler up there. Right? Probably him. Whose was it? I guess you don't fully have to tell me. But Camillo's? I was here before Camillo. So you came from some other community, though. I don't know. And then you went to Camillo's or something. Early, that's just so long ago now. Lisa Lynn, alright, it must have been somebody else's from a long time ago. Yes, it was someone's. See, the kind of drama community there. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm just kind of strategizing for the next thing that I'm going to do. I don't know exactly what that's going to be right now. Today was just kind of like one of those, like, nothing kind of days, I guess you could say. No, Carrie, you're not. You're out of here. Why the fuck is your bitch ass in here over and over again? You're just as bad as Abby. What the fuck, Carrie? You're just as bad as Abby used to be. And now Abby hasn't even been here. And you're acting just like her, for Christ's sakes. I'm just going to keep blocking her. And then Abby's probably just going to be laughing about it. That I'm blocking you now. If she is even watching. I don't even know. Huh. New hate drama. Well, good. Good. I can bring it. If I have to bring it, I will. That's how it goes. I've done it in real life, too, which a lot of people don't have here have not done. I've been doing it in real life a while back. I got some girl to post her bruises online that she claimed she got from me. Like, I took her wrist and I pushed her away from me. And she said that gave her bruises along her arm and all right in here. And she was showing her bruises and shit. Because she got up in my space, so I took her out, but I just threw her away from me. You know? Then she shows everyone her bruises that I supposedly gave her. And we're talking a long time ago. This was Florida, like back in 2005, 2006. Something like that. And this was someone I try to connect with myself. So it's been going on then too. It's been going on then also. And I just meet that person somewhere. I knew her on Facebook. I mean, MySpace. Before going to a place that she was going to be there that night and something. Usually MySpace was a good planning vehicle. If you talk to someone ahead of time, oh, I'm going to be at this bar tonight. You could go there at this time or something like that. I remember we had that years ago. We don't have that now though, really. But back then, it was a convenient thing that we had though back in that time. But yeah, for real, to all you normies out there who have acted like you wanted to be my friend or even go to lunch with me or whatever the hell you wanted and all that, there are. They want to get in people's faces and then you tell it, then they cry about it. Yes, that's true, Barbara, yes. But now I'm referencing the ones again who say they act like they want to be friends with you, okay? They act like they want to even go to lunch with you. They act like they want to do this, they want to potentially do that or whatever, then they disappear. That's what I'm talking about. And if by chance anyone ever does that to me in real life, God help them. Because if I see people that they know, right, I'm going to tell them about it. I'm just going to tell them about it, and I'll cause a lot of drama if that's what it takes. I'll do it. I don't really care. I'm not above starting drama in real life if I have to use it as a defense mechanism just to get my point out and just so other people knows about what happened. I'm not above doing that. at all. I'll drag people into the mud if that's what I need to do. I'll do it if I feel it will accomplish my goals for me. I'll do it. Then they want to turn around and call me a psycho. But how do they know that when I was younger I didn't have things happen to me to make me this way? Now, how do you know? How do they fucking have any idea? And when I was a little kid, I used to get into battles at 6 years old. I remember one time I was in my own yard. But something happened where the kids in the other backyard, they were with their friends or whatever like that. I was 6 years old, and next thing I knew, I was arguing or fighting with someone, or I don't know what the hell started it all. But next thing I knew, I had them all pelting rocks at me from over the fence. When I was like 6 or 7 years old. I mean, things have happened throughout my life. If I wasn't dealing with the shit I'm dealing with now, I was dealing with that. If I wasn't dealing, like, if I'm not dealing with that shit now, I'm dealing with the ghosting, I'm dealing with the flaking, I'm dealing with that kind of bully. That's the worst kind of bully. I'd rather someone come up to me and fight me at least. You know? I would rather. I would rather. So if I have to start a bunch of drama to get someone to want to fight me, then fine, I'll do it. I'll do it. Because then I know I've won at that point. If that's what I accomplish. That's it. And that's all. You try to get away from this place. And then sure enough, you're brought back. You're brought back each time. And not because of what anyone here is doing. But just making like a lack of progress for your efforts, kind of thing. If you have any questions about this, what this could be regarding, who this may be regarding, ask your questions now if you suspect anything. Because I've been trying to speak more generally about this the whole night, and by many people that I've come across. But one more recently, though, that I've come across. So, but you better, one thing people better learn fast, if they haven't already learned it, is they need to watch how they act in front of me. They have to watch what they do. They have to watch that they don't slip up in any major way, because I will hold that against them, and I'll use that against them. It's regarding someone that I met the other night, actually, since you really want to know. It's regarding someone that I met the other night on that camera there. It's the girl. It was that girl there. That's who it was, Barbara. That's who it was. It's her. Yes. You know who I'm talking about. The one who was at the bar there. That's who it was. And because I was being nice, because I was trying to talk to her as a friend, I didn't want to tell her that this is a nefarious community. But now that she done me wrong, the door's now open for this, I think. So, I got my methods and I got my steps on how I'm going to do, how I'm going to deal with everything. I want to be out in the camera, right? That could turn against you also. Yes, it was. Yes, Queen, you're right. You're right about that. That person gave me their contact info. Said they wanted to go to lunch the next day. And that's all fine. The day after, it didn't really happen because this person was keeping in touch with me a little bit. But I still had to push them. They didn't come to me on their own. You know what I mean? They didn't come to me on their own at all. One time. I tried to offer an opportunity for them to come to me on their own, but it didn't happen once. So I guess they thought that I was going to have to pull every goddamn thing, right? I don't know what they wanted in the end. No idea. But you don't tell someone you want to go out to lunch with them and then hug them at the end of the friggin' night. And then you do this shit. Then she does that fucking shit. Yeah. And there's a chance I'll see her again. Out. There's a chance. But I don't know. But if I see anyone that I think she knows, I'm certainly going to gossip to them about it. I'm going to stir all kinds of trouble there. You're damn right I am. If I go back there again. But I'll probably go to another place next. I don't know. Feel out the scene. Not every place I'm going to is going to be a gay bar. It's not going to be. Not everywhere. There's going to be a diversity of places I'm going to go. So, but I feel like this is the closest I could possibly come to 2005 when I was doing this. The first time I've ever got that feeling in a while. But that one did me wrong. And she better hope that I don't come in contact with the people she knows. I'm going to tell them about it when I see them. Like, hey, you know that girl there? Yeah, you know that girl, her name is such and such, right? Okay. This is what happened. And I'm going to tell them. They can do whatever they want with the info. They can go back and tell her and gossip about me. It could have any outcome at this point. What are the odds? What do you think will happen, Queen, out of this? If I do this, predict right now what you think will happen. If I go and I tell her friends that she did this, what do you think will happen? Do you think they'll tell her and then possibly paint me as the bad one? Or what are the chances? Just tell me. And whatever you say, I'll take it to heart. Whatever you say. But I'm prepared for any result. Especially in the negative, because that's usually what I've attracted to me my whole life. So if I do go ahead with this and I do something like that, what do you think would be the outcome? And she doesn't even know my channel name. That's fine. I don't care. They could tell her, and it could work against me, yes. But it doesn't matter, because if I say nothing, she'll probably tell them anyway if she saw me. But I might just do it anyway. Because that's just who I am. I might just do it anyway. Get their little world stirred up, maybe. And if they don't react to me that way, then it's like, hey, fine. But maybe they're the types to say that's shameful, that happened. Yeah, I'm surprised at that myself, huh? And maybe they could. No, she's not. But if I see some of those people again, I'm still going to tell them. And it's a good way for me to test if the LGBT scene is clicky or not. It's a good way for me to test that. If they're clicky or they call it down the middle. It's going to be a good way for me, because trust me, I have no problem being the outsider. I have no problem and then stirring up a bunch. I don't have any problem with that. Nope. I don't. I'll do that. Because I'm a star-minded person. I like to be talked about. I like word to get around that there's this person going around the scene causing a commotion. Someone we don't know where they're from. We don't even really know their name. But they're going around here I have a feeling it's going to be the LGBT scene. I have a feeling that if I'm in the LGBTQ scene here, I'm going to be the hated person. It's just a gut feeling that I have. No matter what bar I go to, no matter what crowd I end up around, I just have a feeling because things have changed now. Don't be surprised, though, if I'm hated by my own. Don't be surprised. Don't be. I'm committed to doing it, though, if that's what needs to be done. I'll be the most hated person in the scene if that's what it takes for me to accomplish my goals. I'll do it. I don't care. I will do it. End of story. End of story. Because apparently they're not running things right if someone like me has to come in and be brutally honest about it. But of course, I'm prepared for that result if everyone does turn against me. I am prepared for that result. I am simply going to say that. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'm going to say that. I have to expect a negative result, but if it doesn't, then great. If it doesn't, but if there is, then so be it, I guess. I'll deal with it. Look, I haven't been through hell before, or had battles before with people. It isn't like I haven't. I'll tell you right now. This is why the truth is this. For a long time, I should have went to Hollywood. I really should have. I gotta be there amongst the stars. That's where I gotta be. And I gotta find some way I'm gonna get this done eventually. Even if California offers incentives to certain people to move there, and they're giving enough subsidies, I'd look into that. I'm looking into that, actually. There is indeed something. I'm going to put all my options out there. I'm going to put them all out there. And God help anybody that gets in my way. That's what's going to happen now. I'm putting my foot down officially. So, I have no problem being looked at as the bad one, if that's what it's going to take. I have zero problem with that. Zero. I've done it before. I did it in another scene I went into. There was even a punk rock scene I went into in Pennsylvania. They were worried I was going to break off the whole scene on there. So do you want to see that old person? Because it could come out again if I feel compelled to bring that out again. I just have a power about me. I can get that kind of stuff done if I want to get it done, or I need to get it done. But I was the talk of the scene, I remember. And not for positive reasons. I was the talk of the scene, though. They were talking about me on all the message boards and all that. Could history repeat itself? And guess what? Guess who it happened to be with? The punk community. Like, the punk community's supposed to be accepted, aren't they? But they're a bunch of hypocrites. But they're supposed to be all accepting, right? That was my struggle in the punk community, trying to break into the punk community years ago. And now I could possibly have trouble with the LGBTQ community. I could. Nothing's totally official yet. But from some of the interactions I've had online, though, to be fair, within the last year or so, just add it all up. I mean, the chances are good that these communities, they claim to be so accepting to all people, then someone like me comes along and they unfairly judge me. They unfairly put me on a witch hunt. They want to paint me as the bad person who's breaking up their scene on there. Well, apparently you weren't doing something very good, if that's what I'm doing. Hey, Dan, what's happening, Dan? Hey, Dan, I was just thinking of something. I was just thinking of mentioning to you, right? Like, remember when the internet first came out? Like, what was your father doing when the internet first came out? What was your father doing? Like Mary told my mother about it. About what he did on the internet and stuff. Like, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Like, who did your father troll? Yeah, which ones though? Which ones? Do tell. Because I know the story, but do tell and see if it's the same thing that I'm thinking. That's a fake. So, Dan, which room? Which ones? Did you know which ones? Was it specific, right? Because your mother says, okay, your mother said, the gays, yeah, the gays. Your mother even said it to me like this. Oh, my husband, he's on message boards. He's like talking to the gays and stuff and making fun of them and all this kind of thing. Indians and gays, huh? Those are the main two people that he trolled, huh? Indians and gays. Oh, God. Yeah, maybe, but wasn't it proven? Didn't you tell me that he was? Didn't you actually tell me that he was? And I thought that's how he was living, that last thing I heard. It is true, isn't it? Crackhead Mike, I don't know who you are, man. It's always a secret. But you find things out. Okay. Yeah. Well, even my father said that he was kind of messed up, believe it or not. He said, oh, yeah, he talked about going to spas and stuff, you know, and all that kind of thing. He liked going to spas and stuff. He talked about it. I remember that. People are feeling relaxed around here in Hollywood. West Hollywood is accepted, but I can't read that whole thing. Yeah, because I'm really thinking at this point in time that if I'm going to be anywhere, it's probably going to be there, honestly. It's just a matter of somehow executing that and making it happen. I know there's certain cities in California right now, they're offering incentives for trans people or gender neutral people to move there. There are cities there doing that now, from what I heard, Karen. Yeah, that was always creepy. Yeah, funny but creepy. Yeah, like a combination of the two. Definitely was the vibe I got from it. Like you had to laugh because he was so creepy. It was almost like, could anyone be kind of like that? Could anyone be like him in real life? And sure enough, he was the one that was that way. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Yes, they are. Where is it, like Palm Springs or something like that? A specific city, isn't it? Yeah, well, Spirit Real, fuck off. She's a bitch anyway, and her fucking followers are fucking Republican douchebags, okay? I don't want to talk to any of you. Fuck off. I don't know who the fuck you are, but Pansy apparently is stalking me through other people. She's stalking me. He is stalking me through his fans. I don't consider that thing a woman. I just don't. Period. But at least I'm gonna fucking tell you that. I'm not gonna beat around the bush about it. So fuck all of you who come in here, as far as I'm concerned. Disabled persons are helping here by good social workers. Yeah, but did they hook them up and stuff? I gotta. Yeah, of course they hook them up, but I have to. I might look into that though. I might look into that at some point. I'm thinking I might look into that. Dorian K. What the fuck's that guy saying here? What did he say? Yeah, he's stirring up shit. Trust me, Pansy can fight. Oh, I'm sure Pansy can. But not with me. Uh-uh. No. I'll zap anyone who's trying to make this show about Pansy when this is about me. This is about me and everyone in here that stands by me. This isn't about you people. End of story. End of story. Palm Springs, California has been in the news about some kind of incentive for trans persons to move there. I gotta read up more about it. Yeah, great. Because I would like to talk to you outside of here, possibly. You were one of those people I would like to actually talk to outside of here. MeltonJohn@gmail.com if you want to talk on the phone. I think you're worthy of it. I think me and you should have a talk. It's now come that time. MeltonJohn@gmail.com. Send me a phone number. So I shoot from the hip. If I really want to talk to you, I'll let you know. If I don't want to talk to you, then you can fucking kick rocks. That's how I roll on here. That's how I've always rolled since the very beginning. You don't like it? Piss off. All there is to it. I'll do what I want when I want. Fuck off. Fucking pricks. Pansy sent you all here. Fuck you. Will you get lost, all you fucking losers, will you? It's funny, because right when I say that I hate somebody more than Pansy, Pansy always manages, never ceases to amaze me to become the worst one. Or at least based on those followers that are coming in here. You know, something about Quinn and Pansy. I never liked the two of them, ever. Ever. There's just something about them that I never really liked. And increasingly, as I got to know her, Tasha Teeley. Increasingly. There's something about all those people. You know? Whatever order I put them in. But, anyways. Alright, that's getting kicked. Of course I fucking know who that is. I'm not talking about that. Fuck off. Fucking knock you into next week if you were ever to disrupt my show. They're really professional, full service social security centers will fix SSD benefits between say, oh great. Yeah, I might do it then. It might come to that point where I gotta do it then. California could be my salvation at the end of the day. Southern California. Not anywhere else, though. Southern California. I will only go to Southern California. I won't go to the Bay Area. I will only go to Southern California. That's my place. If anything. The show's boring. I'm gonna watch Truthfully Trisha. Oh, well, I never asked your fucking sock account fucking motherfucking ass to be in here anyway, motherfucker. I never asked any of you to come in here, dickhead. I'll start throwing punches at the wall. They're really professional. Yeah, I read all that stuff. Who's Jeremy Grant? You pissed off the wrong kids. Why would anyone even write that shit? This is just a waste of fucking time. Pansy sent us here. I should really give you her your email. Do you know who blah, blah, you pissed off the wrong people. This is just retarded fucking shit. This isn't anything at all. This is never why I came to YouTube. No. You trolls have gotten so pathetic and awful. It's not even funny ever since I've been here. Go ahead, keep testing me and see what happens. How did I get the name Melton John? You're new to your channel. How'd you find me? Like, what recommendations brought you to my page? What recommendations brought you here? Anything specific? You watched my favorite, it linked me to, oh great. So I was on the side panel then, my videos were on the side of yours, that's what happened. The Office of Education on the Olympic Boulevards with administration award SSI and SSD. I could use getting them back, trust me. If I can get them back, I could. It's a nickname, technically, yes. I'm really a trans person, Jan Stroud. I'm a trans person, and my pronouns are she, her, or I'm third gender, you know. But that international buffet video, yeah, it was pretty exciting, wasn't it? Um, yeah, you probably laughed at the end, didn't you? At that one. That was last week. That was like I think last Friday, actually. I'm not sure. I think it was. Um, those judges are socially liberal, tend to award applicants disability benefits. Yeah. All right, glad you enjoyed it, Jan. Yeah, well, South Carolina fucked me all up, Karen. So, I mean, I thought I was all set with my disability benefits. I seriously thought that I was all set with my disability benefits. I thought I was all set with them. I swear, this motherfuckers are pushing me tonight. They really are. They're pushing me tonight. That the rest of your videos are sucky and you sort of like Pansy more. Well, you can go fuck yourself then. How about that? You are out of here for good, Jan. Fuck off, you motherfucker. You're a piece of shit is what you are. And you're one of those other people. That's what you are. You're a fucking piece of shit. Fuck off. I'm serious. You're just like the rest of those people. As far as I'm concerned. I'm already pissed off. I'll tell you right now. You're gonna get me pissed off even more? Yeah. Imagine the gall of these fucking people out here. Imagine the gall that they have. Nah. You're all getting out of here. I'll stay live the whole damn night. How about that? I'll just stay live to piss you all off. How about it? Hey, what's up, Hermit? What's going on? Anything? Yeah, I'm pretty much making my point across. I'm getting all these people. They're picking an unusual style to troll me with tonight. They're using other YouTubers to troll me with, saying that they sent them here and all this fucking crap and all that. Or they're trying to tell me to end my stream to get on and watch someone else and all this crap. I don't follow those people. They're all a bunch of losers to me. They're the lower echelon of society. And some lady that watches Short Hannity on Fox every day decided to be judge, jury, and executioner with your Social Security benefits. Wait, who's some lady? Who's some lady? Is there a specific person that does this? Who's some lady? I think it's a system is what it is. Who's some lady, though? I don't think... But as a system in South Carolina, they're totally fucked down there. They're totally fucked down there with their benefits and all that. Here I was thinking I was set for a while. I got that... In fact, before I moved, I got that shit all straightened out. That's supposed to be a United States universal thing. You're supposed to have that, right? You're supposed to have that. But South Carolina fucking cut me off when I was down there. I shouldn't have picked that friggin' state to move to. I should not have picked that state to go to. They're one of the worst states out there. Besides Florida, they're one of the worst states to be. I'll say that. Yeah, well, apparently I didn't look into that before going. I didn't think it would be that bad. I thought that my thing was universal. I thought that universally you would be getting your benefits. I thought that's how it worked last I checked. I mean, I thought that's how it worked. that universally you're supposed to be, you're getting them no matter where you live, right? But some states will literally fuck with that, I guess, when you're in their state enclosures. I hate living, I just wanna get all that cleared up, maybe get benefits back that I was denied. Who knows? Possibly, huh? Well, I can call and ask, I guess. Uh, wouldn't it be crazy if that's really where I was heading for the end game here? That I was actually going there instead? Wouldn't that be kind of crazy? I went right from the south and I'm over there. And I might be over there. That would be kind of funny if it did work out that way in the end. It might just. I don't know yet. Everything is to be determined right now. Everything's to be determined. Glad to see a fellow trans person be a struggle and not care what anything. That's refreshing for you. Why? Tell me what you see when you usually see trans people. What do you usually see them do? Do a lot of them act like conformists? What do they usually do in your world, in your neck of the woods? What do they do? But I stand out more than a lot of them do, apparently. So tell me in your own words, what do they do that you don't like also? Many of them aren't as vocal and confident. No, they're not. I noticed that. And they can be mistaken. They can be mistaken for being snobs too, and they're all right, can't they? Yes. I think their lack of confidence to high extents. I pick up like a snobby vibe with a lot of them because of that. They're not self assured. They're not out walking like with confidence. I notice that they're loserish types. Yes, they're just not confident enough. So when will I be fully transitioned to male? What are you talking about? To male? You mean female, right? When will I be transitioned to female? Is the proper usage of that question. So when will I fully be transitioned to female? I mean, correct? You misspoke, right? You had a very professional social worker that did your paperwork when you first applied for SSDI and you were awarded disability benefits without needing a lawyer in Washington State in the 1990s. Very good. That's good to hear. Trans life, fuck off. You're out of here. fuck you. Fuck you. You think I'd take advice from that one? Yeah, that's a troll. That's a fucking troll. Or if anything, Pansy's jealous of me that I haven't been around as long, and I'm making gains who I am as a female in society. I'm not some diaper wearing hag. Because all this does is you're doing. If you genuinely support Pansy, you're doing Pansy a disservice coming at me because I'm gonna say shit about her. You're doing Pansy a big time disservice. So this just tells me that all of her so-called fans are trolls. Is what this tells me. Hold on a second. Well, the racking. A lot of racking. Alright. Did Avatar. The Avatar is Psychic Bob. I don't know who that is. Do you know about God? I did my Bob knock. I don't know who this is. What the fuck is this shit? Any advice for coming out as gay? Timeout. Total hide on that. What about that account, Hermit? What about it? What do you know about it? If I go back out to the bar and I see people there that I think know that girl, okay, I'm just going to talk to them about what happened. And even if they tell her and they laugh at the whole thing and they say that this person told them that they're really tight with her, I'm just testing them to see if they're going to be cliquey possibly, or they'll be calling it down the middle. I'm going to see on that. Will everyone get against me, or will it be... We'll wait and see, I guess. Body Guy is the same guy on YouTube. Fuck you. Fucking trolls are just... They're stupid. They're trolling with such stupid sentences tonight. How? I can't make that out. I'm illiterate to your fucking language. I'm so illiterate to your fucking language. It isn't even funny. You make no goddamn sense. Any of you. No, I ended up not. Actually, I ended up not. Believe that? The whole thing was a big bust, I should say. The whole thing turned out to be a bust. Yeah. Because how long does somebody need to give you a direct answer? How long does somebody need? I'm not going to play these games forever with someone. I want answers, and I want them when I want them. And if I don't get them, then you're done. Period. At least follow up with me with the next day. At least follow up with me. Don't make me do it all. That's going to be a red flag. If you make me do it all, then it's over. It's fucking over right there. Everything's got to be 50-50. Every goddamn fucking thing is 50-50. You making me do it all, then fuck you, you selfish cunt. That's what it comes down to. Oh, the bitch was all over me. But then when it comes to actual doing business, or actually fucking going out and doing something, total no-show. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Texting me maybe lightly, but only because I came to them the next day. Today, though, forget it. Totally escaped by today. Totally gone. So I come to the conclusion, I'm too good for her anyway. She didn't know how the hell to handle the heat when it came to her. She didn't know how to handle that heat. But I just set some terms with her, like, this is what you gotta do. Nah, apparently that's too much. I'm asking too much, apparently. When it's nothing but reasonable requests that I only put on people. I never am unreasonable that I've done. Last I've checked. There hasn't been one person that I've been unreasonable with. Not one. Not one. Until they gave me a reason to go off at them. And yes, to all of you out there, you're still wondering, huh? About the Jasmine Star thing? You still have doubts about that now? Only the real people who know what's going on know that Jasmine Star started that whole fucking thing. The real ones going on know that for a fact. The brainwashed ones are the ones that want a white knight for her. Are the ones who refuse to acknowledge. Why I went off on her that night. Even though I might have been a little too intoxicated, but still it was my feelings that I thought. That my reaction to her, fully intoxicated, by the way, which Anderson Henderson was per her encouragement, fully intoxicated. It just turns out someone made a rant at her who was totally intoxicated that night. Me. Which was as Anderson Henderson didn't do it with the force that I did it. In her direction. When he was so shit-faced and wasted, he should have screamed at her like I did. But he didn't have the balls. But he's screaming at some security guard up outside somewhere. Before he got locked up. But he didn't do that to Jasmine. I did what he really should have did to her. At the end of the day, I stepped in and did his duty. What he should have did when he was dealing with Jasmine more personally. And I had to do it for him that time. Anderson forgets that there were times I've stepped in and I've done things for him. Despite the fact that me and him are like the biggest rivals on here. There have been times I've actually stepped in for him. Maybe knowing it, not knowing it. A lot of times not knowing it, though. There I was fully intoxicated, like Anderson was on many live streams that Jasmine encouraged him to be intoxicated on many live streams. Or enough of them. But when I was really intoxicated one night, that was the shit show you all saw. Now see that North Carolina man is someone who is a right-wing retard right there. He will never see things the right way. He will continue to see them in his bigoted, prejudiced worldview. He will constantly. He's from North Carolina, #1. That's a red flag right there. I don't like a lot of people from North Carolina that I've met. So anyways, yeah, in fact, there was actually one guy who was a major troll. He came out of like Wilmington, North Carolina or something. Did not like the person. And then someone else. And then someone else, you know? Not even answering. Not even answering that question. You're gonna have to hide all. We're gonna have to hide all these accounts for coming here. I'm not the person to be fucking with. Fucking with me. Playing with me is like playing with fire. If you haven't learned your lesson yet, you're about soon to. So, that's all there is to it. And we're going to see how everything progresses as it goes. He's got nothing going for him, smelly tumor. Fucking loser. I'm not giving up my fucking show to watch his. That's what you're trying to get me to do. You respect me when you're in my room. You fucking respect me. Or bad shit's gonna happen to you. I promise you trolls that. I promise all of you that. Right now. You respect me when you're in here. Know your role and shut your fucking mouth. Period. Know your role and shut your mouth. All right. Foregone conclusion. Either what? Police. So what else? Lindy Live. Is that the real Lindy Live? Can someone check if that is the real Lindy Live right there? Is that the real Lindy Live right there? I have trouble believing that it is because Lindy Live never comes in here. Never says that stuff to me. So if it is the real you, what makes you choose tonight, Lindy? What makes you choose now? If it's really you. What do you want to fuck with me for now? What did I ever do to you? If that be the case. I never done a goddamn thing to Lindy. Something tells me it's a fake. Because she doesn't come in here ever. What's the... Yeah, it is. It's like coming to someone's house for a visit. It almost is. You're right, Hazelman. It's so true. That is true to a good degree. That's true to a good degree. It is. It really is, you know. Bill Blaney, I really don't know. As far as I see, this is my first introduction to you, really. I will forget who you are unless you stand out in some way. That's how my channel works. You have to stand out. I'm not just going to remember you if you were here one time 2 weeks ago and you show up now. That's not how my real world works. That's not true. I didn't say that. So I didn't say, no, that's not. Wait a minute. Who are you, dude? Who the fuck are you? And what does this relate to? Who does it relate to? What was I talking to you about? Whose video was it on? Because there was somebody I talked to. I don't know if it's you. That's it. No, fuck that. That ain't you. Stephen King. No, that's not you. I'm about to kick you, dude. Stop. Stop it right now, will you? No nonsense. Show me where it was. No nonsense now. Show me the comment. And show it to me or I didn't say it. Well, who are you? Where's the comment? Where's the comment you said you were going to find and post it? Where? Where is it? Put it down there. Put it down there now. Where is it? I'm getting ready to. Got my finger right here. I'm getting ready to. I'm getting ready to. You got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7. No, you reply right here. You know what? You're getting the fucking time out, dude. I'm not wasting my motherfucking time with trolls like you. I don't give a fuck. You can kick fucking rocks right now, asshole. I'll kick out as many as you motherfuckers out of here as I need to fucking kick out. I'll do a goddamn thing to deserve this. I'll do a goddamn fucking thing to deserve this shit. Because you know what's going to happen? The people who do want to see me are not going to see me anymore. I'm going to disappear for a whole more than a month next. I'm going to disappear for a year next time. As it was, I'm already contemplating not coming on just to punish you motherfuckers. And that works. Because then who else you gonna go after? Huh? You get back to talking about rich life again and all that stupid boring crap because you got nothing else to fucking talk about. You fucking people disgust me very badly. And I look pretty damn good for the camera tonight, and you can't give me the proper respect that I fucking deserve, that you ain't gonna be in there. It's that fucking simple at this point. There aren't gonna be many people, or even many trans girls, who tell you that down here. There's not gonna be any. You ain't gonna hear that from Rosie. Rosie kisses too much ass. If you want my fucking opinion. Rosie kisses so much ass compared to me. That's the only reason to explain her success on here. Exact comments. Me. Okay, well, fine. Stephen King, fine. Okay, that's you. Fine. All right? Yeah. I remember that. All right, good. I remember that. Yeah, you provided that to me. Fine. All right? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, so you're finally checking out my channel then? Now, how dare you speak ill? Who was speaking ill on clowns? Who was just speaking ill on clowns? Tell me. Who's speaking ill on clowns? Anybody? I used to. When I was young, I used to do that, actually. Ouija. When Insane Clown Posse came out and someone told me, I used to be like, why do you like those stupid clowns for? They were like brand new. Like 1997 they came out. I had no idea what this whole clown revolution was at the time. Like, who are these fucking clowns, dude? Those stupid clowns. Why do you like them stupid clowns for? And then Slipknot came out probably like a couple years later. I know, that is the point, isn't it? Then Slipknot came out 2 years later. I got more into Slipknot, though. I did. Mm-hmm. And then Twisted came out. But Twisted and ICP seem to be the main two that get the accolades, and then it's Slipknot next. Ouija, do you like Twisted at all? Or do you like ICP a lot better than Twisted? Like, what do you think about Twizzlers? Jamie Nicole was a Twizzler. I remember that Jamie Nicole was a Twizzler. And not really an ICP. She was more a Twizzler. Okay, that's the answer, Iris. How about, hey, would you consider Power Man 5000 part of the community at all by chance? Like, are they like a fourth mention, maybe? Like after Slipknot? Like, what do you think about Power Man 5000? Would you consider them in the family at all, or no? But as far as Twizzlers being gross, you mean they don't shower a lot? Is that what you're saying? They kind of smell, they don't shower a lot? Is that what you're saying when you say Twizzlers are just kind of gross? Is that what you mean? Like they don't shower much or something? Like that, maybe? So Jamie Nicole might have been kind of like that. That I don't know. Maybe. That's funny though. So the ICP fans, um, were cleaner than the Twizzlers, huh? Like as a whole. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to her teeth, though. I really didn't, honestly. Oh, they were cleaner. Yeah, I never saw anything bad, really, that I can think of. I mean, no. They didn't see anything bad. Her teeth rotted out and had fake ones. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, shit. Then something happened there. Here's the thing. If I put a hex on Jamie, which was a while back, then she ended up dying in general, right? Jamie Nicole just got mixed up with a lot of people on here. But you know who really egged Jamie Nicole on to get hexed to begin with? Guess who? Carlos. Ouija Low. Carlos did that. I think I told you, though. Did you know this was when he gave the drugs to Jamie? I'm not surprised. Music Bismardi is a sneaky fucking bastard. He's that person. He'll smile in your face and he'll stab you in the back. He definitely is that way. I'll definitely say that about Music Bismarck. He definitely is that way. There's no denying that he is. I definitely see that myself. I think so. You listened? All right. I can catch up with you sometime in email too if you want. I'll probably be logging into that email address more soon, possibly. Because I'm waiting for a few emails in there myself. So, and all that. I'm going to look something up quickly. Hold on. The hell's going on here? Now I'm going to reset. Merge check something. I was just thinking, wouldn't that be funny if that was the real Lindy Live who came into my room? That would be so crazy if that was the case. I'm just double checking to make sure. Because I know if the real one was watching, she would come in and say that that was a fake account. But she hasn't done that in case she's watching and she's not. But hey. You want to play Lindy Live, I guess game on. But I'm still trying to prove if that's the real Lindy Live right there. But she never comes in my room like that. Never. So it's funny how, if it was her, why would she pick this live stream that I'm doing where I'm actually pointing out some things, some key things? I don't know. Just click the name and go to channel. Yeah, I know. I didn't think I could do that in here. But I will. Okay, I just confirmed. I just confirmed that that was a fake Lindy Live right there. 0 subscribers, 0 videos. It's not like Lindy to do that, number one. You still listen to Slipknot, huh? Over here. I'm going to run the stream a little longer. I don't know. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, more than likely from the same people that claim to be Pansies fans, and they were coming in here. No spicy ramen tonight, no. I don't know when I'll do another one of those. I have a spicy seafood one, though. I do have one left of those. I'm not right now. I mean, maybe a little after I will. Okay, nicely. Oh, come on. Fudge brownies and spicy robin. What the hell, dude? That is such bullshit. No, people don't mind at all. Just reading some stuff here. I don't know any of that stuff. Oh, wait, Shin Cup. Maybe I've heard of that. Yeah, maybe I did. Okay. Was that the one I reviewed, Shin? Was that the one that I reviewed? Wait a minute. Yeah, that was. That was the red one. Yes, that was the one that I reviewed on here. Yes. Yeah, I reviewed that one. Yep. Yeah, that was last couple weeks ago. Yeah. All right. They improve with soy sauce or drop a little white pepper sauce. I wouldn't put anything in it myself. I would just have it the way it is. I thought they tasted good by themselves. By themselves. Hmm. This is serious. I walk into the hall to go in here. It's bigger than the rest of us. It might be a jet airplane. You know? A jet airplane laptop that can fly too. This thing can fly at certain times. I have to make sure that I can control it though, because it'll just fly out of control and you'll have to grab it. Just cradle it back here, just make it more stationary, I guess you could say. ASUV. How many replies to this? Can't even read. Oh wow, I'm reading about transgender where I'm at right now. It's relatively safe, but as a lesbian trans woman, I've definitely had people react to me in very poor ways. Come on, I'm wearing a dress, or clearly visual breast, I'm carrying a purse. So a lesbian got misgendered here. Oh, wow. Wow. Unfortunately, that's where people in healthcare. He says the VA is full of bigots, but you expect to at least be correctly gendered by the person prescribing you hormones. Yeah. On the other front, when people do see me as my actual gender, I realize my wife and I are not just gal pals. Many seem to avoid us. We went to the Drover about a month ago and got relatively good service most of the night. We were having a conversation as the waitress came at one point made it very clear we were married, and frankly, in those last 10 minutes of us being there, she managed to squander her opportunity to get that big tip we had been planning. So something's always up, you know? No, I'm not. Where would you get that it's GTA San Andreas and with the noise? Wow. That's a new one on me. The things that people come to just boggle my head. Like why does it go through their head? It's just such outlandish questions, dude. Really. You know? Hmm. Alright. Time more. I'll be right back, I think. Shit. I think I forgot. Alright. Gonna be shutting the stream down. No one's talking. There's nothing going on in here, really. Anyone have any last words before I shut it down? Don't think so. Alright. Two new people view it. Anyone out of the 11 want to keep my chat going because I am about to shut it down right now. There's nothing at all going on. I'm not talking about fudge brownies. Forget about it. All right.